Countdown. Top 10 most anticipated games of 2012.
You've watched our genre-by-genre breakdown of 2012 in our Ultimate Game Preview, and now it's time for the GameTrailers editorial staff to pick the 10 games it's anticipating the most this year. The more we worked on this feature, the more difficult it became to choose just 10 games, as 2012 is shaping up to be a year to remember. Did you agree with our picks? Find out tomorrow in our first ever User's Choice Top 10.
Number 10.
What have we got here?
Guild Wars 2.
While the Lords of Azeroth have long been the stewards of the modern MMO, 2012 may finally be the year we see the laws of the land rewritten in the hand of an ambitious little project called Guild Wars 2. Shunning stuffy genre conventions for a revolutionary model that features dynamic world events, intimate story-based progression, and an active style of battle that goes beyond the global cooldown, Guild Wars 2 boldly charts a realm of possibility outside WoW's well-traveled orbit. And the fact that there isn't a monthly subscription fee doesn't hurt either. Could 2012 really be the end of the world of Warcraft? Our itchy clicker fingers are twitching in anticipation.
Down you go.
Number 9. Assassin's Creed 3.
The first two games in the Assassin's Creed series have created a modern-day legacy. While Brotherhood and Revelations have kept the series from going stale, we fully expect the magical number 3 to rewrite the stakes once again. Viva Italia and the Renaissance, but it's time for a new assassin, a new setting, and a new time. It looks like that's exactly what we're going to get, as the proposed new settings are quite a contrast from what we've become accustomed to. The truth is out there, and we're hungry for answers.
Come, my boy, and ready your blade. This battle is not yet won.
Number 8. Halo 4.
In its first decade, Halo has spawned a blockbuster trilogy, led the charge for online console gaming, and explored the timeline's loose ends. Now, in more ways than one, it's time for Master Chief to move on. With Bungie no longer at the helm, 343 Industries will have to prove it can keep players excited about the Xbox's biggest franchise, and it'll need to craft an all-new conflict worthy of the Spartan's return. Whether Halo 4 raises the bar once again or tragically stumbles, we can't help but be curious about what the next chapter has in store.
Number 7. Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
Whether you love or hate the revengeful new name, Metal Gear Rising's resurrection under Platinum Games is ripe with cybernetically enhanced potential. Anyone who's ever enjoyed one of the studio's high-octane action games should already be excited, and fans who worry that the game will take the series too far over the top should remember that, like Platinum's Bayonetta, Raiden 2 is already known for popping handstands to wield deadly weapons with his feet. The game will be playable at E3, and we have high hopes that it will end up being the right kind of ridiculous.
Let's have some fun.
Number 6. Mass Effect 3.
The last time we saw Commander Shepard in action, he was leading a suicide mission against the Collectors. You'd think he'd receive a hero's welcome upon returning to Earth, but instead he's standing trial for what transpired in the DLC pack Arrival. Before his fate is decided, the Reapers launch an invasion of the planet, and it's up to Shepard to recruit new allies in order to lead a counteroffensive before Earth is annihilated. We're expecting a more refined combat system, plenty of space exploration, tougher decisions than ever, and some engaging co-op play. With the promise of multiple endings, it's anyone's guess how Shepard finishes this fight.
If Shepard doesn't bring help soon, there won't be an Earth left to save.
Number 5. Tomb Raider.
There are a lot of franchises that will be gasping for another breath of air in 2012, but no reboot has us more exasperated than the return of Lara Croft. The leading lady has ditched her ridiculous curves for a more realistic yet still alluring appearance. This bruised and battered heroine is one we can finally believe in after a couple ho-hum adventures. The gameplay looks unique while still retaining the series' DNA, but the real temptation here is the story, with the slate scrubbed clean for a host of new surprises.
And I knew what I must become.
Number 4. Resident Evil 6.
Just recently announced, yet hitting store shelves in just 11 months, Resident Evil 6 has made a massive impact in a short period of time. Capcom has already quelled many of the concerns from RE5 by showing movement while shooting, a cover system, and different kinds of zombies. 6-player co-op sweetens the deal, and the creatures that have already been shown defy description. We'd say the game is well on its way to success, and we're hoping Capcom is wise enough to put the horror back into survival horror.
Number 3. The Last of Us.
Bingo.
The Last of Us is the zombie game the developer Naughty Dog promises is not a zombie game. Post-apocalyptic adventures have been done many times before, but when the developer of Uncharted is behind the wheel, it's hard not to get excited about facing a new breed of feral and human horde. Survival tactics are key in The Last of Us, which pits protagonists Joel and Ellie against fungus-infected humanoids that track prey via echolocation. You'll have to scavenge to survive, but we doubt you'll have to do the same to find something enjoyable in The Last of Us.
Number 2.
Why did I move here?
Grand Theft Auto 5.
It doesn't get much bigger than Grand Theft Auto, and if Rockstar's promises hold true, this 5th installment will be the biggest yet. Set in Los Santos, GTA's caricature of Los Angeles, the game will focus, to quote Rockstar, on the pursuit of the almighty dollar. Business as usual for GTA, we'd say, but we're expecting some surprises nonetheless. Rockstar is emphasizing the size of the map, and as residents of Southern California's microclimates, we can attest to possibilities for variety in terrain. It's almost like games like Red Dead Redemption were simply learning tools for the master opus to come.
Why did I move here? Guess it was the weather.
Number 1. BioShock Infinite.
It's almost put up or shut up time for all the games on this list, and so far no 2012 game has put up as much as BioShock Infinite. With a stunning E3 demo filled with mystery in its pocket, both the known and the unknown has us intrigued. Perhaps more than anything, it represents something unique, a big-budget blockbuster that's willing to take risks. Yet it's still grounded in tried-and-true mechanics that makes it accessible and inviting. If there's one game we can't wait to find out more about, this is it, making BioShock Infinite our most anticipated game of 2012.
Is a better home awaiting in the sky.